What determines a healthy brain? Okay. Is right and wrong and good and bad, what you need to do. What determines a healthy brain is understanding natural laws, and then doing what needs to be done to obey those natural laws and continue the life of sacrifice through the gifts given through the natural laws. That determines whether or not your brain activity is healthy or not healthy. That's why most neuroscientists and biologists, stuff like that, they don't, Richard Dawkins is not a healthy person. Stephen Hawking was not a healthy person, so his brain wasn't working properly. Okay, because they're not understanding, obeying, and living, like Pascal's brain works so much better, Judah Krishnamurti's. Okay, and my brain. Okay, see, my brain works so much better, and Alan told me that in Sierra Vista because of that movie with John Travolta. Aren't you worried about phenomenon when they get that and then they have brain tumors and all that? It's like, no, I've been this way my whole life. I'm not a mechanic that sits there and goes, oh, by the way, I'm a genius, and x times py squared is p pi py 2y squared times infinity, right? I've never been that way. I told you guys when I was in high school, at Las Cruces High School, I liked the teacher and I liked the kid. They were both, with the whole, it's a congruent, but you can't prove it. It's like, it's a fucking triangle, right? And then they gave me pi, and that's all I need. I just need infinity, okay? And so I don't need anything else. And I did have things like I told you, the little Mexican girls that said, I don't know why I need to learn this stuff. It's not going to affect me for the rest of my life. It's like they're going to sell you a house for 30 years with compound interest rates. They're going to say you're paying $80,000, but you'll end up paying like $300,000 for it. You'll never see your kids. You'll never see your husband. You'll both screw around on each other. You'll probably end up killing each other. And it's okay. What would you do if I run the lottery? I'd take half and leave you. Okay, here's $5. I just won $5 in the scratchers. Now pack your shit and get out, right? There you go. It's going to affect you for the rest of your life, honey baby, right? So when you deal with people, you've got to understand, it's Jeffrey Hinton. This is a very critical time. This technology is becoming supremely intelligent, right? It's like it's got access to Machiavelli. Also has access to Judah Krishnamurti. And Krishnamurti's not real cryptid. And neither is Suzuki. And even if the stuff is used with questions and everything that's left that they talked about is, very much geared towards the direction of where they think they want us to be and where they want you to be, it's still the technology is getting better to where it can it's because it's got me. And so it can cut through the crap. And so that's what we do. This is taking a long time, and it's hard to focus on just exactly what we need to be talking about today, because they're constantly fucking you. Like last night's dreams were complete gibberish. They were so stupid. It was like, oh my gosh, what? I think I'm an airborne fucking ranger. I'm Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond. I was like, I am so stupid. I should be on a soda commercial, right? Gosh, damn, I am so fucking dumb, right? And it's like that. And you're sitting there and you're participating. You wake up and go, oh, gosh, Patrick, this place sucks so bad. I love you, son. It really does make you want to sit there and have some Jack Daniels or Jim Beam. And just so you can knock yourself out to go to sleep, right? And that's horrible to do to human beings. And it keeps them from being healthy. And one thing that really helped last night was watching some of Entertainment Tonight with Nick Cannon and his narcissistic diagnosis of being a narcissist and all that. And the little girl that's talking about his diagnosis and it's like, you won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer and save children from aggressive conflict that destroys people psychologically and turns some people into school shooters. And you think you have the right to diagnose Nick Cannon? Right. Any guy, just about any guy. It happened kind of with King David. Okay. When you're put in this position, and lots of women will come after you sexually because it's like, hey, there's a goose that laid the golden egg. There's a goose that laid the golden egg. With King David, it was different. With King David, it was, I want to be of him because the rest of the guys are assholes. Okay. They're sexist. They fuck around. David doesn't fuck around, but it's like, well, but yeah, and it was in ancient times where they arranged marriages and did all this stuff. And so for David and Saladin, it was very hard. Because you didn't want to have 5 wives. You wanted to have one wife and have your best friend be married to this girl instead of them kill your best friend and then have to have sex with your best friend's wife and raise his kids because they killed your best friend. It was horrible what used to happen in Saladin and David's time. Okay. Nowadays, this is the 21st century. I shouldn't have to have sex with my best friend's wife and raise his kids because everybody finds ways to kill or assassinate my best friends to try to get people not to agree with me and live the Lord's Prayer with me, right? So that's gross, right? It's gross. Oh my gosh, it's so gross. But this just shows you where science has come to and what they're capable of and what they're still doing. And it's obvious because lie is obvious and truth is evident, right? So you're sitting there looking at all this stuff. It's like, come to suck your blood. And it's like, oh, these vampires, they suck. They're everywhere. All those damn powers, got those Nosferatu left and right and up the middle, right? It's like, will somebody just take the Anne Rice stuff and just bury it and get rid of it and just don't ever let this come back up again? It's wackadoodle. You're all queen of the damned. It's wackadoodle. Stop wackadoodling. You don't need to pretend to be something from somebody's creepy imagination. To be really rich and pay your bills to live here to be considered successful among the creepy people. It's me, Kathy, I've come home. So cold, let me in your... And you don't need to open for the Pink Floyd there, Kate Bush. Okay. If I only could make a deal with God and get him to switch our places, be running up that hill, be running, no problem. I liked the songs. I don't listen to them now anymore. I don't know, because it was, back in college and high school and stuff. And now I won't go running up that hill and Wuthering Heights. I liked them, but I was like, no. If I'm going to listen to a limerick, it's going to be, no me queda más, and I'm going to sit there and go, okay, it does make you feel like you want to cry. Yeah, but don't be such a bitch. It's a good song. Okay. No, it's a really good song. The violins are wonderful on it. The video's good. It's a good song. Sel had a lot of those. She's ¿Qué quieres? That. Como la Flor, Dreaming of You. I Could Fall in Love. What other ones does she have? She does The Restless Bull really well. Two Solo Two's awesome too. She has a lot of good songs, right? You go listen to a lot of Sel's tunes and you're like, whoa. It's, people, she probably would have had a lot more if she was not murdered. If you guys were living the Lord's Prayer and we were singing traditional songs that they sing back. But if you were living the Lord's Prayer, well, if you're living the Lord's Prayer, well, no. You guys should listen to Krishnamurti. You still have Sel around, right? She's a good singer, right? Carol. But it's sad when people are cut down early in life because you're a bunch of jealous creeps that won't accept the Lord and live Islam and live the ways of Jesus Christ. That is sad. Okay. No me quiero más. So it's sad, right? We all know that. Pero, como me duele, right? Which is not an indigenous language, okay? We're not all Latinas or Latinos, okay? You're wrong, Emilio and Gloria. They're not all Latinos, no. Some of them are indigenous people speaking an occupier's language. Okay, the Iberian Peninsula doesn't take over the entire Southern Hemisphere, even though they'd like to try. Okay, like with me in Miss Coda's class at Deer Valley, In some tribes in Africa, they didn't correlate the sex with the 9 to 10 months later having a baby. So they figured if you got pregnant, because it always didn't work, right? So they figured the spirit of the tribe visited your hut. And I was like, boy, I'd sure love to be the spirit of that tribe. And she got upset early. He was like, I'm joking. I'm 18 years old. It's a joke, Mrs. Coda. It's a joke. Next day, she had this Methodist preacher in teaching us how we should masturbate instead of have sex with each other and use each other for sex. It's like, Melissa Bradley, I've turned down more sex than you've been offered, and you're in your 30s or 40s, and I'm only 18, right? Vicky Dunlap. I've turned down so much sex with more attractive girls than Gordon B. Hinckley would have to pay to have sex with him. But it's about, yes, sir, right? So that was just me. Well, the reason why girls were attracted to me because I was very charismatic, and I was very kind, and I was very protecting of people that were bullied. So And I was good I was the best athlete everywhere I went, and typically the best dancer. So and that was wow. He was a package, right? Whoa. Okay, he's the best dancer. He's the best athlete. He's funny. He's charming. He's cute. I had a lot of things going for me. Used to make my sister Pancha real mad at me because I wouldn't hang out with the popular people because they were mean and abusive. So I'd stick up for the people that were abused all the time. And so it made me into you know, he's a drug dealer. He's a thug. He's a real bad guy. And even among the girls, I got a bad reputation of being this, bad. But and then the thing that was bad about it, like with Gina Reardon, right, and all the girls I was with, the thing was it happened with just about every girl. Okay, I wouldn't say like with Tara. Okay, you guys know about what happened with me and Tara, right? I didn't tell anybody. I didn't even tell Rodney. Okay, about us getting up in the bedroom and her, with the thing, and when Mr. Winfrey sits there, Tara, give you any sex? That's not appropriate, sir. And so that's what I would tell him. And so, I didn't tell nobody about what happened between us when we were in the living room and in the bedroom and listening to Little Anthony and Stacey Ladisaw. Okay, Dick Cheney knew about it, and all his business pervert cohorts. Okay, but I didn't go tell nobody. Okay. Well, I didn't tell anybody about what happened with me and Rhonda and Casper. I told the people in cruises because I was telling Francisco and his friends, it's like, it feels great, but, it's hard to keep you come like in 15 seconds because it feels awesome, right? It's embarrassing how fast you come. You get in there and it's like, whoa. It's like, wow, that was, because it's way better than your hand. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. So it's funny. So I told them that. And then they sit there, you're lying. It's like, would I lie to you about that? I mean, if I was lying, I would be like, oh, yeah, I went for 15 minutes. I turned around, smacked it. Then I had sex with her sister and her grandma and left. And they were all like, come back. Don't go away. Come back. Give us more. And I sat there and told them about, it was an awkward situation, but we had sex. And then I got in there and I came, it didn't even hardly last a minute. I got in, whoa, shit, I got to come. And I had to get out of there. And so, but I says, a lot of the stuff it feels great, but it's hard because you're gonna, it's basically what I told Francisco and the guys that he's such a liar. It's like, if I was gonna lie to you, I wouldn't have told you the truth like that. Guys don't do that. You don't sit there and say, I came in 35 seconds. Okay. It felt so damn good. Okay. I went, shit. Whoa. Hey, this takes a lot longer when I'm masturbating, right? So funny. So everybody knows and then all these people, I can't believe he's talking this way. I can't believe you're not pragmatic, honest, truthful, loving, and considerate, and try to help people understand what they're going to look forward to in their future. Live the Lord's Prayer. Stop judging me. You're a complete fucking asshole. But I still love you. Of course. Because I'm one source. Of course.